I farm on the southern edge of Norfolk County. So below the sand plain, we have silty clay loams, clays, sand, and everything else has a base layer of just impermeable clay for the most part. We farm corn, beans, wheat, and hay, and no livestock other than a cat and a 5-year-old.
Yeah, and I farm just below Hagersville and just above Jarvis, Ontario. Our soils are mostly a clay loam. We do have a couple sand pockets the farther west we get, but for the most part, it's just strictly a clay loam. We have 3 barns of broiler chickens that we use to manure quite a bit on our ground, but other than that, that's...
I think, like you, we both suffer from drainage.
Yes.
Or lack of.
Lack of drainage.
And our soils are tight, and that is what makes it difficult. You can't just, I guess you can beat any soil into submission, but the point of strip till is not doing that.
Right. Leaving those roots in the ground and leaving it undisturbed so the waters get somewhere to go.
Yep. Tough soils mean clay.
So when I started on the farm, Dad was plowing with a moldboard plow. We got sick of it. Went to a chisel plow. Got sick of it with that 10-inch hump in every 12 inches, and then went back to a moldboard plow again, but we bought a rollover plow this time. And the typical cultivating, packing, you know, lots of dust flying.
Lots of time.
Lots of manpower.
Yeah, so we would have been similar, 6-furrow plow, or if the ground wasn't plowed, so plowed ground would have been our wheat, then we would be either like a full tandem disc and a cultivator in the spring for a head of corn, even a head of beans, and then we transitioned into the fancy disc called the vertical till, and we still kept our conskilled, we still have our plow, but none of that stuff gets used, so now it's just strip till and no till. We're purely coulters, and it's a turbo till blade, so it's just it's three coulters in a 8-inch band. And it's a Great Plains NutriPro that we converted into a strip till unit. And yeah, 8 rows, 16 rows wide.
Yeah, and we're using a Dawn Pluribus, or we were using a Dawn Pluribus. Strictly coulters, 1 in front, 2 behind, kind of toss that dirt back and forth, and then 2 gauge wheels with a little tabs on it that just kind of try and help build that berm, almost like a packer wheel on the back.
With our NutriPro, or our Great Plains unit, we actually modified it a lot. When we got it, it was set up for liquid fertilizer. It's cost prohibitive for a lot of things. So we built our own 3-ton stainless steel fertilizer box and manifold. We put that on our 3-point hitch. And then we put our own kind of fertilizer applicators. And we're basically banding on either side of our corn seed with this thing. And then we bought Schlegel crumbling wheels, so just like a rolling basket, or independent rolling baskets on either side of the half of the strip each, and we built frames for that. And what we found was those clumps in the springtime, especially if you time it right, you can still kind of crumble them down, and you get like this really nice seed bed ready to go. Our springtime kind of approach is I just run out of time in the fall, and it just gets wetter and wetter and wetter. And what we have found when we were back in our vertical till days, like I'd be working all of my corn stalks, and some guys would say like wet job in the fall is better than no job at all, and that's just BS. Yeah. Like we found you have poorer drainage with those kind of tillage pieces, and so we've just kind of geared everything towards like just when the ground is fit in this fall or in the springtime, like you be patient, just like any time. Be patient. When it's just can be worked, then you go hammer out and follow right behind with the planter, and it's just we run out of time in the fall. And then we do make some strips in our clover typically, but this year it never stopped raining in my part of the Norfolk County. So we didn't get any strips made in clover at all. So yeah, we'll see how that goes in the spring.
Yeah, and for us, I like the shattering effect I get in the fall time, like in that August, September area when it's dry and you got a cover crop on there, and those coulters go in and they kind of lift everything up and fluff everything up and mellow it all out. And the other thing is we're really low on manpower around here. So I like to go in and do all this now, and then the springtime is just spraying and planting for me.
Yeah, because logistics matter, and that's, I think, is one of the nicest part about strip till is you eliminate some of the operations or you combine them, and all of a sudden you're getting 2 passes done or 3 kind of functions done in one. Or
we went down from needing 3 operators to 1 pretty well, and then maybe just somebody on the strip freshener
Yeah.
ahead of the planter.
I mean, like the learning curve is like this, like anything, and but the trend is up and better, and just go at it.